To manage data in our React apps, we need to use state. State is like a snapshot from a camera. It's a picture of our app at any given time. To manage state, we also can't use JavaScript variables. They don't cause our app to re-render. Instead, we use special functions like useState and useReducer. Controlled components use state values to have more predictable behavior. The user types, and setValue puts what the user typed into state. Controlled components are a great pattern to use because if we want to change the component's behavior, we just need to change the state that controls it. UseState is an example of a React hook, which allow us to hook into features such as state within function components. There are 5 main types of hooks. State hooks, like useState and useReducer, help you manage state within React components. Context hooks, such as useContext, let you use data pass through React context. Ref hooks, such as useRef, let you reference things like HTML elements. Effect hooks, like useEffect, let you connect with external systems like browser APIs. And performance hooks, like useMemo and useCallback, which can improve performance by preventing unnecessary work. You'll use all of these hooks at some point, but the majority of the time you'll likely use just 3 hooks in your React components: useState, useEffect, and useRef. When you think of the word purity, you might think of something like purified water. Purity is a term used to describe how React components should work, but this type of purity is more like how mathematical formulas are pure. Pure React components mean that the same input should always return the same output. To keep a React component pure, they should only return their JSX and not change any objects or variables that existed before rendering. The cup component in this example is impure because it changes the variable count during render, which exists outside the component. This leads to the JSX having the wrong output when it is used more than once. To help make sure we don't run into errors like this, we can use something called strict mode. Strict mode is a special component which tells us about mistakes as we develop our React apps. It's really convenient because it's just a component we usually wrap around our app component, and it'll tell us when we really shouldn't do something. But what if we need to do something outside our React app? Your app might need to talk with the browser API or make a request to a server. If you do have an external system, you're going to need a way to step outside of React. Effects are code that reach outside of our React application,